He was this disruptive, angry, antagonistic, bullying guy.
You never knew if he was going to blow up and go into a rage.
He physically attacked him in front of me.
He actually came at her and started to attack her.
Pushed the guy against the wall and said, "I'm going to kill you."
So why would Leah Remini roll out her red carpet for Aaron Smith Levin?
You do get paid and you do get attention for doing this stuff.
I don't work for free. I mean, I'm just a crappy has-been actress who's trying to make $1 off my church.
Discredited liars, lawbreakers, assailants, and sexual predators. These are Leah Remini's people on her fraudulent reality show on cable channel A&E.
I got taken to school on the subject of reality TV by Leah.
Remini's former anti-Scientology confidant, Marty Rathbun, got the lowdown from the former sitcom actress on her brand of reality TV.
She instructed me that's not what it's about. It's not reality. It's unreality. It's fake reality. She says, listen, that's how it works, honey, doll. That's how you do it. It's not reality. I plan out all of these episodes, and we figure them out beforehand, who's going to say what and who's going to do what. What do you think, I'm just going to put a camera on myself?
Just like her episode with Aaron Smith Levin, the guy who hustles sources for Remini and her wife-beating co-host Mike Render, as the frontman of their sham nonprofit set up to incite bigotry and hate, illicitly offering thousands in perks, rewards, and cash payouts to people who can be bought off to say and do what Remini and Render want. And Aaron Smith Levin is just the guy for the job. Expelled from the Church of Scientology in 2012, Smith Levin is on record for 100 episodes of bullying and abuse, including 20 violent attacks on co-workers, from women to senior citizens. In Leah Remini's staged reality world, she cast Smith Levin as a victim in the role of woebegone family guy. But crocodile tears can't wash away the truth about Aaron Smith Levin for his victims.
We were having a meeting in my office at the time with the head of our church, who happened to be a 78-year-old black woman. In the middle of the meeting, he got up and started screaming at her and shoving her.
He violently, attacked her. Every guy in the room had to, grab him and drag him out of the room. I mean, he's a big guy.
The co-worker was much smaller than Aaron. Aaron physically attacked that co-worker. It was Aaron coming at him, grabbing him, getting on top of him.
He definitely wasn't picking a fight with a guy his own size. It was older people, females.
Went totally, actually outrageous, angry, and pushed the guy against the wall and said, "I'm going to kill you. I'm going to kill you right now."
Aaron was given every opportunity to change. He was given every chance, everything available in an effort to help him and get him over his issues and through his angers and everything resolved to where he could just be happy and productive in life. And he refused those offers of help.
The only thing as toxic as working with Smith Levin was living with him.
I've seen Aaron snap at the kids, his kids. He seemed to just kind of would explode. I've seen Aaron snap at Heather.
Put his face 2 inches from her face and said, "So what the f you gonna do about it?"
He picked the older daughter up and flipped her over and held her up like this and spanked her, just with as much force as he could. So at that point I said, Aaron cannot act like this in my home. I don't want him acting like this in my home anymore. This is not acceptable to me.
Aaron's response? A text message to his mother-in-law that she would never see her grandchildren again. And he held to his word. Under the sympathetic gaze of Leah Remini, Smith Levin also appears to struggle with the story of his identical twin brother, Colin. Only again, TV tears evaporate in the hard light of truth. According to Colin's former girlfriend and the mother of his child, Colin left home at the age of 15 to protect himself from Erin's physical abuse. Tragically, Colin became involved in drugs and later died in a car accident, leaving a young son behind. Colin had left money for the little boy, and Erin promised the mother that he would invest it. But Uncle Aaron drained the money and wiped the account clean. After squandering his nephew's inheritance, Leah Remini's family man pursued another type of payday. Smith Levin formed a purported research firm and took his act to Wall Street, where he came under federal criminal investigation in 2015 for allegedly presenting false and fabricated information to manipulate stock prices. Smith Levin's next scam was a house flipping business that fleeced veterans. His crew of Mike Render and ex-cons worked without permits, leaving hazardous electrical wiring and rot throughout the structure of Florida homes. Threatened with lawsuits from disgruntled buyers and fines from authorities, Smith Levin quickly abandoned this career. But Smith Levin eventually found the exact job for his bullying talents, hustling sources for Leah Remini and Mike Render as the frontman and enforcer for their sham foundation. Using bribery tactics to manipulate potential sources, purchasing cars, promising housing, even college tuition, not to mention compensation in cash. An arrangement Smith Levin cautioned be kept secret because it's illegal for the nonprofit to pay sources to appear on the show. And whether Smith Levin's idea or Leah Remini's, he tried to convince a young man to plug a USB with malware into a church computer so hackers could steal information and turn it over to Remini for her show. Not surprisingly, Smith Levin's beat also involves intimidating prospective sources to enforce their cooperation. Done with the full knowledge of Leah Remini and her sidekick, Mike Render. And it's certainly not beneath her showrunner at A&E, Miles Reef. After all, Reef was the executive producer for Generation KKK, the bogus docuseries A&E was forced to cancel after sources revealed they were paid in cash to stage cross-burnings and shout racist insults. This modus operandi is not foreign to A&E producers Eli Holtzman and Aaron Sedman, and corporate bosses Paul Bucheri, Rob Chernow, and Elaine Fontaine Bryant. And all in the name of show business, profiting from bigotry, hate, and lies.